Hello! This is my lovely roommate, Vickie, Brother Judkins. You may remember her from your class.
Hi, Brother Judkins.
So we are going to start critiquing my photo design project. Let's just get the video started.
Oh, you might want the volume off on the video.
True.
Okay.
So, would you like to observe my lovely picture for 30 seconds?
I will observe.
It's beautiful.
I've observed.
You've observed? All right. Well, you need to be a little bit positive here, Vickie. Just kidding. You can tell me whatever you need to, and just share your honest opinion about what you think about it.
So I think first, I really like the picture you used, and I like that you went with the theme and you made it kind of like a brochure.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that you had geometric shapes across the bottom. Um, what I'm not a huge fan of is you have some hanging words here.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that.
You have some hanging words, and you're really close to the edges. I would say at least a half an inch on each side.
Okay.
Maybe we can, you can mess around with the font size. You can make the bottom one a little bit bigger. I like how easy it is to read. I like the font you chose. On the squares on the bottom, what I would probably do is I would make them a little bit longer, just so there's less space here, because that's too much space. It's almost
Okay.
a third of each rectangle. So I would do maybe half that amount of space between and just make sure that like on this end, I feel like that's enough space on the end.
Okay.
Does that make sense between
Yes,
the other ones?
it does make a lot of sense, actually.
I don't know. I really like your mushroom though. Like I love this angle. I like that it's wet. Like I know that you said that you were taking pictures the other night. So, and I love that you chose colors that aren't like you didn't choose like the browns or anything. You chose the colors that are showing from the mushroom. So like the greens, from the grass, and then the mushrooms like the golden, and then like a yellow more of a color. I feel like it's really complementary for the like what you decided to be your main focus.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I liked it as well. I did feel as if my message of the ecological relationship fit very well with the mushroom, so I'm glad you said that. And I love the feedback about that because I didn't even notice a hanging word right there. And I know how you feel about hyphens, Brother Judkins. So thank you for that.
Yep.
And then the next thing we need to do here is analyze the message. So
we kind of talked about that with your ecological themes. How do they relate to you? So let me read the bottom part. Sorry. Okay. So I would almost want like a link or something, because you say how do they react to you. I would maybe want a source or a quote down here with this.
Okay.
Just to make it tie a little bit more
like into the whole
to the overall theme.
All right.
You could just put somebody who does work with a lot of plant life or something. I don't know a lot about that, but I'm sure that you can find a source on the internet. And you can always maybe change. I would say mess with the font a little bit. I really like that it's all towards the bottom now because the main focus is up here. But I would maybe just like move this around a little bit, change like the spacing, how big the words are, and things like that down here. I like that this is italicized because you have that not italicized, and this is italicized, and that's like your personal question you're asking the audience, which I think is good for the overall theme.
Okay. So in the long run, what you're saying is just make these a little bit closer together, and you said about this size away from the edge then. So just put them a little bit closer together. Do you feel like they're too big, or do you feel like I should like make them a little bit like more thinner?
I kind of like that they're big, and if they were longer, I feel like it would travel across the whole frame of the, and it would almost look like little movie reels at the bottom, which would be really kind of pretty with the colors that you have in the mushroom. So it doesn't draw away from the mushroom, it's just an additive. That's how I see it, at least.
That's how you see it? And then right here, do you feel like this needs to be like more like that then, or like where would you draw a line if we had a pencil, which we don't? But where would you draw a line?
I would bring it in again, like to where that is at the closest that you wanted to do. But then I would just bounce it out because it's not. I don't know if you're going for a pull to the side look. If you're going to the pull to the side, I would make this smaller.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to have like that left aligned and just all like that.
Yeah, and if it's left aligned, I would say that you need to make sure that the E and this lines up. Because right now you have that space. But I would still move it all over to be no closer.
So just make this a little bit smaller then and just.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could try different fonts. Like if you find a bolder font that you can go bigger, or you can try a different word play if you want to do different words than the ones you used.
Okay. I like that. Well.
You could just even go, plant relationships, or you know what I mean. You can try different words and see what will work really well. And if you find a quote, maybe you can quote words that are directly from that quote up at the top for what you're thinking.
That would be really cool as well.
So it ties it all in.
Well, this was all been very helpful.
The critique of the overall design, though, I think the overall design it's very, like I said, eye-catching, captivating. I like the mushroom. I like the lighting coming off the mushroom. I like that that's your main focus up here and the words are down here. So overall, I really do like the design. It just needs a little bit of tweaking to make sure that it's tweaking to make sure that it's a little bit more visually aesthetically pleasing.
Okay.
But overall, like the image that you chose, I feel like it's very captivating.
Okay. So one thing real quick on the image, I kind of made it more vibrant. I put the saturation up a little more. Do you feel like this almost got too washed or whited out? Should I change how well the image?
I think because you can tell that it's rain, it just makes it look like it's shiny.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though. I don't know. I would ask somebody else, too, to see if that. But I think that it just looks shiny and wet because you can see even down here the shininess and the color. And I think the vibrance really brought out the image.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you very much, Vickie.
You're welcome.
That was really helpful. Thanks so much. And we are done.